Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Rasmus Hojlund takes home Premier League Player of the Month award for February 2024. Manchester United striker Rasmus Hojlund has been voted the Premier League Player of the Month for February, becoming the first Dane in Premier League history to win the award. He pipped Joao Gomes, Phil Foden, Pascal, Rodrigo Muniz, and Ollie Watkins to the award. The former Atalanta striker was in a rich vein of form, bagging the second goal as United claimed a 4-3 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers on February 1, before netting the first in the 3-0 win over West Ham United a few days later. Hojlund was also on the score sheet as United defeated Aston Villa at Villa Park on February 11. The 24-year-old's brace helped United clinch a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Luton Town a week later. No player was involved in more goals in February than the Man United forward, who contributed 5 goals and 1 assist in that period. An injury would halt his momentum and force him to miss the Manchester derby, but he will be eyeing a return to action against Everton. He might earn some minutes from the bench. United youngster Kobbie Mainoo is also nominated for the Goal of the Month award after his stunner to earn the Reds a win over Wolves. Head coach Erik Ten Hag is up for the Manager of the Month award. Meanwhile, United clash with the Toffees this weekend, looking to make up lost ground in their hopes of clinching a top 4 spot. Those hopes are quickly fading, with United hopping 11 points away from Villa in 4th. It might even be a tall order to get the Europa League, with Tottenham Hotspur sitting 6 points a place above United in 5th place, having played 1 game less. Man United star on PSG's list, but club will only make approach on one condition. Marcus Rashford remains a transfer target for PSG, but the French club will only pursue a deal on one condition. Rashford was wanted by PSG 2 years ago before he signed a new deal, keeping him at Old Trafford until 2028. However, despite the forward being tied down by United for another 3.5 years, speculation surrounding his future has not gone away, especially his links to PSG. According to journalist Ben Jacobs, United's number 10, despite enduring a tough season after scoring just 6 goals in 33 games, is on PSG's list ahead of the summer's transfer window. He told Give Me Sport, "I think all parties just want Rashford to be back to his best, and you need a relationship with the manager to do that. I'm not aware that they are not talking, but clearly, if the player goes out and is seen at a nightclub the day before training, there is going to be a disciplinary issue. They will have to find a way to put that behind them in the short term." Rashford knows that if he is not back at his best, he does not have leverage at Manchester United or with any other potential suitor. I think the whole Rashford situation will calm and will then pick up again in the summer because he is on PSG's list. But as much as they like Rashford, PSG also see a player that is out of form compared to 12 months ago. They won't actively reach out to Rashford unless the player indicates categorically that he wants to move, because they felt their last talks prior to Rashford renewing his contract at Old Trafford were being used as leverage. PSG don't want their time wasted. Since being promoted to the Red Devils senior first team in 2016, Rashford, who will be hoping to make Gareth Southgate's England squad for this summer's Euros, has scored 129 goals and 392 appearances in all competitions. Erik Ten Hag warned he will be sacked at end of season no matter what. Erik Ten Hag will not remain Manchester United's manager beyond the summer, regardless of what the Dutchman achieves between now and the end of the season. That is the view of former Liverpool and Aston Villa attacker Stan Collymore, who believes time at Old Trafford is up for the 54-year-old following what has been a massively underwhelming 2 seasons. Despite winning the Carabao Cup last season, Tan Hag has remained one of the favourites to be dismissed from his role next due to poor performances and struggling to establish an identity, and Collymore thinks lifting that trophy has put the former Ajax manager on borrowed time he wouldn't have otherwise had. He said, I am convinced Erik Ten Hag will be sacked by Manchester United at the end of the season, regardless. There is no way United are going to continue with him after what has been a massively underwhelming second season in charge. He's been on borrowed time for a long time, and the only reason he's been given as much time as he has is because they won the Carabao Cup last season. Without winning that trophy, he'd probably already be gone by now. Going on to explain where the Dutchman has gone wrong since arriving at Old Trafford in April 2022, Collymore added, he hasn't been able to come into the club and get everyone to buy into his philosophy. The best manager to do this in recent times has been Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. When he arrived at Anfield, he went into that dressing room and said, right, who is coming into the trenches with me? And they all did. They bought into every single thing that man said and did, and they followed him. Unfortunately for Ten Hag, he doesn't have anywhere near that same kind of pull at Manchester United, and it shows. Julian Nagelsmann's candidacy for the Manchester United job, if Erik Ten Hag gets sacked, is gaining favour. Germany national team manager Julian Nagelsmann is a candidate for the Manchester United job if Erik Ten Hag gets sacked before next season, according to the independent journalist Miguel Delaney. Delaney claimed in his Reading the Game newsletter today that apart from former Chelsea boss Graham Potter, the 36-year-old is another potential candidate gaining favour. Man United also have their own profit and sustainability concerns, and they could be forced to go after managers without release clauses in a bid to cut costs, while Muniz would insist on the best man for the job rather than just an affordable man. Parting with the release clauses of some of the other managerial targets on their radar could affect the transfer budget for the summer. Delaney said, United wouldn't have to pay release clauses in such instances, and it's apparently another factor that raises Graham Potter's chances. He also has a good relationship with the new football leadership. Another potential candidate gaining favor is Julian Nagelsmann, who will be in charge of Germany for Euro 2024. Nagelsmann is one of the best managers on the planet, leaving Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola's really impressed back in 2018 when Hoffenheim faced his side in the Champions League. He has been linked with the Liverpool job too and was close to joining Tottenham Hotspur in the past, and it appears that Man United have now included him in their list. Nagelsmann has since managed RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich, losing just 10 games out of the 84 games he was in charge of, while with the Bavarians, he won 2 German Super Cups and the Bundesliga title with them before he was fired last March and could be perfect for the Red Devils. Thomas Tuchel courting Man United but won't close the door on Chelsea or Barcelona. Thomas Tuchel will leave Bayern Munich at the end of the current campaign. That much is crystal clear. The question is where he ends up, with Chelsea, Barcelona or Man United, all possibilities at this point. According to Sky Sports, the German favors a switch to Old Trafford if Sir Jim Ratcliffe decides to dispense with the services of Erik Ten Hag, and as the weeks go by that precise scenario is looking more and more likely. If United decide to look elsewhere and Tuchel prefers a Premier League switch for now, then a move back to Stamford Bridge can only happen if Todd Bowley is willing to swallow his pride and bring back a manager that won the Champions League for Chelsea, but who was never given a chance by the American. Barcelona, for their part, haven't ruled anyone in or out to take over from Xavi, though Laporta might not be too keen on taking on a manager if he feels that Barcelona is way down Tuchel's preferred place of employment, though it's unlikely Tuchel will be out of work for long. It does appear that he is playing a dangerous game of brinksmanship at present. Man United is strongly interested in signing Bologna striker Joshua Zirkzee. Manchester United are strongly interested in signing Bologna striker Joshua Zirkzee this summer, according to Corriere dello Sport. The Red Devils are likely to pursue a new centre forward, with Anthony Martial expected to depart when his contract expires at the end of June. United have been linked with several names, but Corriere dello Sport claim that the club are strongly interested in securing the services of Zirkzee. Bologna purchased the Dutchman from Bayern Munich for €8.5 million 2 years ago. As part of the deal, Bayern have the option to re-sign him for €40 million. Meanwhile, the German champions will be out 35% of any profit gained from Zirkzee's transfer if he were to move to another club this summer. Keeping this in mind, it's reported that the Red Devils would have to negotiate openly with Bologna. The Serie A outfit would be free to negotiate on a possible fee for Zirkzee, who has registered 11 goals and 6 assists from 29 appearances this term. United are likely to invest on a new striker this summer, with Martial set to part ways. However, the Red Devils may not make a huge outlay, considering Rasmus Hojlund would be the first choice striker when fit and available to play. Hojlund had a slow start in the Premier League, but he has recently found his feet with 7 goals from his last 6 appearances in the English top flight. The Dane has 13 goals for the campaign and has the potential to become a 25-30 goal striker. Hence, we don't see huge investment on another young marksman. Stuttgart star Guerassi would be a better acquisition for around €17.5 million. The Guinean was very close to joining United in January, as per Fabrizio Romano. A deal did not materialize due to financial fair play issues. In our view, the speculation involving Zirkzee could be agent-driven. United are being used as a negotiation tool to invite interest from elsewhere. It has also been suggested lately that the €60 million striker prefers to continue in Serie A with AC Milan instead of trying to adapt to another new league. Gareth Southgate open to Premier League job amid Man United rumours. Gareth Southgate, the England manager, has alluded to a potential return to Premier League management, igniting speculation that he may be in the running for the Manchester United position. Southgate indicated he wouldn't be put off by the enormous burden of managing United. He had previously stated that he would be open to accepting any position in the Premier League. ESPN revealed this week that Southgate is one of 3 managers who United would want to hire. According to The Sun, Southgate delivered an interview in December of last year that may inspire minority owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe, even if no decisions have been made on the future of current manager Erik Ten Hag. Southgate stated to Sky Sports that he was open to going back to Premier League management before rumours of a switch from international football to a post with United began to circulate. On his previous 3-year tenure as manager of Middlesbrough, he said, "Everybody would talk about Middlesbrough. Oh, he got Middlesbrough relegated. Well, yeah, in the 3rd year, we got relegated, but I had 3 years of Premier League management. There isn't a job in world football that would intimidate, or don't you? Having left this one, frankly, you're not going to have any higher profile, you are not going to have any greater pressure, you are not going to have any more complex issues." With Ratcliffe and Ineos as co-owners, the United job is a tough one, with the club looking to make changes across the board in order to become competitive again. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.